page 18. Now we are going to read aloud. Everyone turn to page 18. We're going to read aloud, but I would like for all of you to get in the habit of following the punctuation, because when you're reading aloud, a lot of you are just kind of running through the commas and the periods, and it's sounding a little bit mumbled. Okay? So I want you to really look at what you're reading, and I will never, ever ask the person who read a question about what they just read, because I know that sometimes you're nervous reading aloud. And I never want to put you on the spot of saying, okay, Nathan just read, over 1 million years ago, many groups and the early humans appeared. Okay, Nathan, what did you just read? I don't, exactly, it's tough. It's tough to memorize what you just read because you're so focused on reading that it's hard to analyze while everyone else is sitting there listening and they're analyzing. Okay, so I want you to know that I'm never going to ask you to just tell me what you just read because it's nervous. Okay? But I do want all of you to practice reading slower and saying the words. If you come to a word that you don't understand, syllabicate it. So break it down into sounds, and then put it together to say the word. So like the first word I wanted to go over in your book is right here. So how would we say this word?
Populate.
Okay, everyone say it louder?
Populate.
Okay, how do we break it down? How did you know that it was populate?
Populate.
So we did populate. Very good. So I want you to continue with that process when you're reading aloud. That'll help everyone. And even if you have to sound it out, I know for a fact that there are probably going to be 2 or 3 of you who didn't know that word also, and to hear someone else do that is going to help them. Okay, so, well, yeah, populate is also up here. It's one of the vocabulary words. So all of the vocabulary words that are going to be on your test on Thursday are here. And we have a few that were from 2 weeks ago that I will add, but they're all up here. So anytime you're concerned that you don't know one of the vocabulary words, it will be here. Okay. So let's start off. Nathan, B, why don't you start us off with background knowledge? Read loudly.
Background knowledge. Over millions of years, many groups of early humans appeared and then died out. Homo species of migrated wise people were often on the move. Over many thousands of years, they spread it out to populate or become inhabitants
Very good.
of every region of the world.
Okay, very good. So Nathan, you did an excellent job of breaking down the word. I'm very proud of you. All right, so populate. What does that word populate mean now? Shailene. Okay, so what's an inhabitant now? Okay, so that's a new word, inhabitant. What do we think it means based on the context of this paragraph? Okay. These large-brained, wise people were often on the move. They're constantly moving because they were hunter-gatherers. They traveled with the seasons and with animals. Over thousands of years, they spread out to populate. So we know that they're inhabitants. So what do we think inhabitants means? What do we think? Vincent. Okay, so part of the environment. Okay, so if you're part of the environment, what are you doing in the environment? You're just there. You're what, Andrew? You're living. Excellent. Oh, you guys are awesome today. You are living. You are living in the environment. So to populate it means that we are spreading and filling our environment with more living people. So how is society changing? Nathan, you want to try?
By them like them making stuff, just thinking about what they're making.
Okay, so they're thinking about what they're going to do next. That's a very important thing. That the modern humans are, Israel, what was the word you were saying? They're migrating and they were, Efren? They were changing, so they were evolving, and they started thinking. Yes, just like the generations, using another term. Yes, over generations of time, they're thinking and changing. Okay, so from what we know, how has the modern human changed? Let's think back. How was art?